I think by design, it's an eclectic instrument. It's meant to do a wide range of things. It has a wide range of tonal colors. But I think it's very unified. To my ear, it has a very strong element of the North German Baroque in the positive division. It has a very French swell. It has what I consider to be quite an English great, and yet, to my ear again, it speaks with a very distinctly American accent. If we think about something like this very beautiful, the swell reeds, which are done in a French fashion, the oboe and then a slightly brighter trumpet. And then a French pair of Celeste. And then if one thinks of the kind of North German Baroque repertoire, to have a full plenum, or double plenum in this case. To have that bright, wonderful, in particular this mixture on the positive. This very bright mixture at the top of the texture is very German. And then in terms of the flute work, which is some of my favorite on this particular instrument, the harmonic flute on the grate. And then pairing that, or comparing that to the chimney flute. It's a beautiful set of sounds, all of which meld together, I think, in a wonderful way. It's one of the great joys of organ building, and of course one of the great despairs of organ builders, is that so much depends upon the room that you're in. You can have the greatest organ in the world in a terrible space, and unfortunately it will not be the greatest organ in the world, because so much of what we do is dependent upon the room. So I think the first thing is to listen to the individual stops of the organ, how they are voiced, and then secondly to get a sense of how they work in the room, because of course as in any room, it's somewhat different sitting at the console than actually downstairs, and of course what we want is for it to sound its ultimate for the congregation and for the people listening. We're in a barrel vault, which is never, which sometimes has acoustical problems with bright, high sounds. I think the acoustic in this church has actually improved a great deal by the removal of the previous organ, which was blocking the window, and by the very installation of this one, which has a bulk of weight, taking some of the kind of less favorable high echoes away. And I think it works, much to everyone's surprise, extremely beautifully in the room. So this is an example of the great Francois Couperin, Le Grand, the wonderful French Baroque composer, and one of the very specific sound combinations, which is a Tierce en Taille, the Tierce combination in the tenor. This plaintive, beautiful, trying to imitate a human singing voice. And this is one of the great examples, I think, of that, just a little bit. Continues.